The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
I am your father.
I'm your podcast.
I'll be back.
Love gold.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Hey, stop that.
It's a trap!
It's a trap! Oh no!
The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
or the one.
Do or do not. There is no trial.
It's not. With Rick.
Live long, prosper, and prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Hey, don't say that around me.
Wait a minute, Doc.
Hot?
Are you telling me you built a time machine
Not a one.
out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Take it away.
Okay.
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
Rick.
So what?
I'm Loki.
You said that.
Why
Again.
so serious?
Stop volunteer! I volunteer!
Good. Like that.
I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
Smart home.
The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me.
I am one with God and God is with me.
I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me.
I am one with the Force. There are you. Welcome, everybody, to the All for Sci-Fi Weekly webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and next to me is the
Captain Rickster or Trickster. Just don't call me late for anything.
all-reliable Captain Rickster.
Especially-
Hey, everybody. Hope you had a great week. We
I know-
sure had a good
I know
one.
we had a good one, yeah.
Yeah, we're excited about some of the stuff coming out. Like on Apple Plus, the new show Monarch
Mm-hmm.
is November
Oh,
17th.
Can't wait.
We got the Marvels coming out. Are you excited about that or no?
Oh, I'm definitely excited about the Marvel.
Good.
Yeah, this is all female one.
And again, guys, it's like the golden age of sci-fi, it seems. You know, more sci-fi, more sci-fi, more sci-fi.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why all for sci-fi is here.
That's
So
true.
this week, we're going to talk about Loki episode 3, 1893.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Invasion, episode 9, Breakthrough. And of course, Star Trek Lower Decks, episode 8, Caves. All these shows are, except for Loki, are getting ready to have, well, Lower Decks, Invasion has their finale next week. Lower Decks has, a couple more weeks?
Couple more weeks. That's it.
Loki's, of course, on its 3rd episode, and I think it finally found its rhythm.
Yes.
You know, the first episode was, what is this? It's too much time slipping. The second episode was Breaking Bad. Okay, a little bit better. But this episode, we're going to talk about that and everything else here. Captain
Mhm.
Rickster, take it away. How was your week?
My week? Oh, it was exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite all the doctor's appointments every other day?
Oh, yes. Despite all them. I got
Yeah.
some good news. I'm still good and healthy and still walking still. I'm still breathing.
Yeah, walking. Yes, you are walking. You're a walking machine.
No kidding.
I'm still can't catch up to you yet. I'm up to kind of 2 laps a day. You're at 4.
Yeah, well, I can do 5 if I really wanted to.
Sure, you can. Sure.
But
Each 4 laps is these laps we do around our business it would be 2 miles, by the
Mhm.
way. So
which is actually really good. 2 miles a day, 5 days a week. That's 10 miles a week, which is not bad.
well, when you count the other steps and everything,
Oh, yeah.
before I got sick and had a little leave of absence, we were up to 4 and 5 miles a day.
Oh, of course we were.
Yeah, we're. I think that's and that helps keep you
does.
guys going.
It does.
That's for sure.
Keeps our body young.
It sure does. And what else is coming out? New toys. Oh, I'm getting ready to get the Wicket and Nisa
Mm-hmm.
Hasbro toy. They just said it left the building.
Yes.
I pre-ordered that. What else did I pre-order? Something else that's on its way. I think it's it is from the Bad Batch, the girl, the mercenary version of the girl. Got her name.
Yeah.
That's
That's
on
too,
its
but
way.
I know who she's talking about. Yes.
So that's going to be fun. I got the throne room. I never opened it.
Yes, you did. You did get that.
And a few other things, but we'll get back to doing the unboxings. We need to get caught up, of course, and we did get caught up, but we need to go ahead and
Get more.
get back to it. So, what do you want to review first, Captain Rickster?
Well, we saw Invasion earlier today. Why don't we just watch this do Invasion?
Oh, let's do Invasion, episode 9, Breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a weekly ratings, not weekly rating, but a rating system of.
That seems like a weekly rating.
It is, because we're here weekly, right?
Yes.
It's rating system is 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 or less, we don't recommend you stream it, or if it's a movie, go to the movie theater. This episode of Invasion Breakthrough, I'm going to give it 4.70 stars. I think it deserves more than 4.5. What do you think, Captain Rickster?
Yeah, it does. It does. I think it believes even 4.75 is even just as good.
Yeah, no, it's
It's up there, but it's not a 5, and it's definitely not a 4.50.
Well, I mean, the show is so much better. This season 2 is
better.
way better than season 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's more sci-fi oriented.
That's true.
The first season is more suspenseful and scary, and what the heck's going on.
True.
Really enjoy. Now they've kind of connected the dots, which is great.
Yes, that's true.
We're going to talk a little bit about the show, so if you haven't seen it, close your ears or realize that we're a review show, so we talk about it.
That's right.
Okay, so the show itself, it starts off where Mitchki is trying to still figure out what's going on, trying to find out what the pattern is.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is after she stopped the quakes in the last episode.
Right.
Worldwide quakes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to figure out a pattern. We also go back to the other gentleman and the daughter, and they're trying to rescue the daughter.
Yes.
And they run into that other couple that was taken hostage as well.
Yep.
Also
the boy too. They got their friends rescued him.
Well, but that was a long time ago. They're over at this compound in France. He's talking about Casper and his friends.
Casper
Not Casper the friendly ghost, but his name is Casper.
I thought he was friendly.
He might be friendly.
He's not a ghost.
He's not a ghost. And the other people that could hear stuff and voices too, they're not as talented as him, but they keep telling him they heard another voice.
Yes.
And he wasn't realizing it either. And then I knew it was going to be her.
Yeah, he did find the voice finally.
Well, she ended up finally figuring out a way to connect into that other dimension, other portal that leads. And then they both discovered the portals, and they're all connected. Yes. Every alien there is connected, and it leads up to the mothership.
Yep.
Very interesting show. Highly recommend it. It's gotten good ratings most of the season.
Yes, it has.
So, and that's where it ends. It ends on a cliffhanger. Next week is the finale.
Yes.
So, have really high hopes for this show.
Yeah.
I hope they have a season 3.
It's like Old Friends and New Frontier is number 10, the last one.
Yep. So, and kind of surprised it's on Apple Plus, but Apple Plus is wow. Apple Plus had the Foundation. Now they have Invasion. They're gonna have Monarch.
Yes. It looks like Apple Plus has a lot of money to throw around a little bit.
You think so?
For good shows, yes.
You think so?
Oh, I think
they got all that Apple money.
Oh, Apple money. Yep.
From selling all these phones.
It's right.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for Invasion. Let's jump to Star Trek Lower Decks.
That's good.
It's a cartoon. It's on Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
This is its fourth season or third season?
Fourth
Something.
season.
It's been on for a lot of years, and it's been a great show. This season, I'm not going to say it's as good as other seasons.
No.
I'm going to start off with that right now. It's had some interesting episodes.
At least they got promoted finally.
That was nice, but
Yes.
I think it's starting to lose its mojo a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when shows drag on like that,
They lose their mojo.
they start just writing stuff to write stuff. And this particular episode of Star Trek Lower Decks, I liked it. It was called episode 8. It's Caves.
Mm-hmm.
And it just showed their friendship thing and these other alien species or whatever that tries to make, if they pass the test, they let them out of these caves, which is okay.
About it.
As you know, we have the rating system. Let's go ahead and give it. The official All for Sci-Fi rating of Star Trek Lower Decks episode 8 is 4.25 stars. What do you give it, Captain
I'm
Rexter?
gonna give it the same.
Yeah, it's barely above a 4. I enjoyed it, but one of the things I loved about Star Trek Lower Decks was the adult humor, and I felt it disappeared now.
It has disappeared.
It's disappeared this season. Like they're
Yeah.
trying to appeal a little bit more to younger viewers. Stop it.
Nope.
Stop it, whoever's
No
writing Star
kidding.
Trek Lower Decks. Get back to the same sense of humor you had. It was very they're cussing too, but they're bleeping it out.
Yeah, they're bleeping it out.
So it had a little bit in there, but there were times when it was really raunchy.
Oh yes,
And it was very adult, and we loved the show. I mean,
Mhm.
I still like the episodes I've seen so far this season, but I think this season is the worst season of Lower Decks,
right.
in my opinion.
Yes, you got that
Um,
right.
So,
There isn't really much to talk about this one because
there isn't. They
Yeah.
go on an away mission, and they go down and do this cave, and they start telling stories about other away missions that they went on without their friends.
Right.
So all the friends are mad at each other. You never
Mhm.
told me about that, and then even Rutherford didn't tell them he had a baby.
Yeah.
It was on and on.
Funny.
It had some funny moments. I'm not gonna lie, but make it more adult. It just seemed like too kidsy this particular episode.
Mhm.
It had some cussing in it to try to go
Make it-
back to
make-
that,
make
but
it
it was
adult,
very
yeah.
brief.
Yes.
Um,
It could be better.
yep. Okay. It's gonna be a quick show today, guys.
No kidding.
Let's jump on to Loki
Oh, yeah.
episode 3, 1893.
You remember that year?
No, I don't.
You look at.
Speak for yourself. I look 20, 30 years younger than you. So
Yeah. Last time I saw you in 1893.
wasn't that the year chocolate was invented? Or was that 1891?
Oh, 1891.
Something like that.
But they did jump back to 1868 in the beginning. If you remember right.
Yeah, they were jumping around trying to find Rimslayer and Miss Minutes.
Yep.
But let's give the rating. Guys, this is the best episode of the season so far.
Yes.
So it gets an official All for Sci-Fi rating of 4.75 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'm thinking about 4.80.
It was a good show.
really good show.
We were just talking last week about how disappointed we were in Loki
I
this
know,
season.
yes.
First episode was second episode was a little bit better. This episode knocked it out of the park.
Really picked it up. Yes.
The storyline's more engaging. Even Sylvie, who's a bad woman.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say the bad word, but she's
Can't say that on TV.
I can.
Beep.
But again, I like this
Yes.
female Loki character, Sylvie,
Yes, she is definitely good.
and her wanting to kill He Who Remains all the time.
Uh-huh.
That was cool. It's going to be interesting where it's going to go from here.
Yeah, because they gotta go save the TVA.
Well, they finally brought him back, and he seems like a different guy, but you don't know my heart. And they brought down Jonathan Majors back.
Yes.
Didn't they say they weren't going to bring him back?
Well, I don't see.
I don't know if Disney ever
this-
made an
this-
official
this is
announcement
my-
anyway.
This is my question: did he do this before
No, he
or
didn't.
after he got in trouble?
I don't think so. I think he did this after.
Mm,
And I
okay.
think maybe in Disney's doing the right thing, because in America you should be innocent until proven guilty, and he's
That is
fighting this anyway. So
Yes, he is.
and he's apologized, and maybe Kevin Feige said, he's such a good actor, we can't replace him.
True.
and he was in the Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
He did a good job in that.
Yes, he did. He also did a good job in Black Panther.
Yeah. So if it's the way I look at this kind of thing is you should be innocent until proven guilty, and the time when you start looking guilty is when it's multiple women.
Oh yes.
Like, remember what happened with Bill Cosby?
Uh-huh.
What happened with other actors?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this guy who's only got one person saying it, and he's fighting it. You had Kobe Bryant, who had one person, and he fought it.
Yep.
So let's be honest. There are, I was an actor at one time, and when you're at a certain age and you're famous, women throw themselves at you.
That's true.
And then for them to claim that they weren't consensual when
when it was.
Well,
Actually.
and bands call them, what do they call it? Bands call them when girls are like that. I forgot. There was
promiscuous.
No, that's not it. They actually have a saying for it. I forgot it.
Starts with an S.
No. There's an actual saying for it. It's a well-known saying. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, so am I. I haven't used it in a long
But there's
time.
girls like that there's boys like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not just blame the girls.
No, boys are there too.
Everything like that. A lot of people like that. So
Mm-hmm.
They have this perception of you, and they want to get with you. So anyway, groupies. That's what it's called. Yeah.
When you said that, then I figured
there it is. Groupies.
Because usually music guys have that called groupies.
Yeah. No, they're not giving them roofies. They're groupies.
Groupies?
The way you sounded, that was funny.
Yeah, they're groupies.
Yeah. Yep. And they kind of tag along.
Mm-hmm. And go everywhere you go. Yeah.
Right.
Hope they get noticed by you and all that stuff.
No, the groupies are a little bit more hardcore than that. They try to get into guys' hotel rooms or girls' hotel rooms.
Definitely true.
Yeah. Depending on who
it is.
Right. Anyway, so back to we got off track.
We always get off track.
Well, okay.
That's when it comes into a good show.
Yeah. Well, it's again, I really like this episode of Loki, so I skipped the first 2 episodes, go right to episode 3.
Yes. A lot of action in 3, which is even better. So Loki's getting back to
it was in 1800s. It's a period piece. They're in Chicago. It was really good, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a Chicago World Fair.
Yeah,
in 1893.
It's a great episode, guys. Please, go watch it. It's okay. A couple announcements I didn't make at the beginning of the show. Don't forget that we are actually still have the documentary that has all the behind the scenes features of Caravan of Courage and Ewoks: A Battle for Endor.
Mm-hmm.
We're still trying to get the project made. It's a documentary by Tom Grove, and I'm helping him with it. It's called Yub Dub, The Forgotten Ewok Adventures. And it's not that it's not like everybody forgot us, right? But the general audiences in the Star Wars land kind of forgot about us, but there is a hardcore fan base, but we want everybody to be a part of it. So I'm going to put it up there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Go behind the scenes of the Forest Moon of Endor, Yub Nub, The Forgotten Ewok Adventures. Go on Kickstarter. If for everybody that sees this or shares it or whatever, if they could just give $1, it doesn't matter what it is. We have enough of it. It's going to be made. Right now, we're trying to raise, it was 36,000 pounds, but it's $30,000 to finish it. It's not cheap to be a filmmaker.
Right.
And the only reason why I agreed to do this was because it's not like a crowdfunding or it's something where you raise money and people don't get stuff. Kickstarter, if it doesn't get funded, your money goes back to you. But if it gets funded in whatever tier you're at, you actually get some sort of reward. And that's why I agreed to do it. Like, you might get this poster. You might get a tote bag. You might get your name in the credits as well for helping produce it. So you get something, maybe some of my stills, and I'll sign them from the movie set, behind the scenes stuff that's never been seen. So please go and do it. Take a minute, share it with people as well. If you're listening to this, go to Kickstarter. It's Yub Nub, The Forgotten Ewok Adventures. We appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other announcements, Captain Rickster?
No, nothing coming out. It's exciting yet, except for Monarch coming out November 17th.
Well, Marvels is before
and
that.
Marvels is coming out November
1st or 3rd or whatever
3rd,
week.
I believe.
Yeah. So, guys, as we always say at All for Sci-Fi, go out and do one act of kindness this week. It makes the world a better place. Maybe someone will watch what you're doing and they will want to do something nice because when you're nice and you spread it, it spreads and we can make the world a better place. Remember, the Force is with you always. Live long and prosper.
All right. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of the day today. Enjoy tomorrow. Come back next week after a hard week and come back and enjoy us and have a lot of fun and laughs.
Yep.
We will be back next week.
Yep.
We'll see what happens on the rest of the week. It's going to happen to the new shows or the old shows that are coming out that they're going to finish.
It's true.
Talk about them.
All of it. The Jedi, the Force, this mystical power. I'm sorry, I'm not Harrison Ford. Guys, thank you for joining us. As always, we'll see you next week on our weekly webcast. Check us out on our podcast. We're going to start adding the shows to all the podcasting services so you can just listen to audio if you're in your car. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week at 3:30. The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.